low inventory, can't find a house, starting to get frustrated. Maybe you are considering new construction. Hey, if we're just meeting for the first time, my name is Nicole Bowdle. I'm a local real estate agent in Park City, Utah with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. I basically help you decide if Park City is a place that you want to land. I help buyers, sellers, investors, and I give you real estate. Let's talk about new construction. What are the ins and outs of it? What do you need to know if you are thinking about buying new construction versus buying a resale? Maybe you don't want to wait for new construction to be built and you really want to buy a resale, but just the low inventory is killing you and you're getting a little bit exhausted and tired and you're starting to lean towards new construction. Every person in the world right now is saying now is the best time to sell your house. You know that it is a hot seller's market when real estate agents are putting their homes on the market. And trust me, I have seen tons of real estate agents sell their homes, but you are very concerned because you're like, am I going to even find a house? So maybe you are leaning towards new construction and are starting to consider it. So the first thing that I would tell you if you are looking at new construction is a lot of new construction are represented by builders or developers. So if you decide to go this route and you want me to help you, then you need to give me a call because I have to be the one that calls the builder or the private community such as Promontory or Red Ledges or an area like that or an Ivory Home Build or a Homes Build. All these new construction areas have a developer agent that represents the agent or the builder. So by you going there directly without me, they are putting you into their system and therefore they are thinking that you are unrepresented and do not want representation. So if you do want me to help you and represent you in something that is new construction, that is basically my first rule of the road. You need to call me and let me know that you are interested in new construction so that I can call that builder or developer and I can register you under my name so they know that you are my client and that I will be representing you in that transaction. The second thing to consider when you are going for new construction is that it is a lengthy process. It takes a long time and new builds are taking about 18 months. That's almost 2 years it takes to get yourself into a new home. Also, the third thing to consider is that if you are tight on money, new construction is not the way to go because sometimes new construction can get a lot pricier than if you just buy a resale because of the finishes that you pick out, because of the upgrades that you add, and because building and material costs are really skyrocketing right now. And that's why builders and developers are only releasing like 1 to 2 lots a month. You might think this is crazy. There's a bidding war. They're only releasing like 2 properties a month, but they are doing it because the lumber prices have just skyrocketed. And if they were to release their whole inventory, then they would actually be losing money because next month it could cost them twice as much to build the same house. So the building and the material costs are really going up and that can affect what you actually pay for the property. Now, the next thing to know is that builders and developers generally have their own contract. And in their own contract, it is not a typical purchase contract and there are lots of little details that go into this contract and they are all different. And a lot of times you need a lot more money to buy new construction. So for instance, they'll ask you for a deposit. Then they will give you a certain amount of time to do your due diligence. Then after that due diligence, they will ask for 20% down or 30% down, or they might ask for 20% down in 28 days, and then the next 90 days you have to put another 10% down. It really all varies. You're going to have to be putting larger chunks of money down, and you're going to have to be putting down a little bit more right up front. And also, the price of the home might not be the price of the home when you first start. It could end up being quite a bit more than you actually think it's going to cost you. And that's just because building and materials go up, and a developer can't ensure that that price will stay the same just because of how everything is going. There are lots of delays in new construction, and sometimes the estimated completion day can actually be 6 months later. So there can really be some great delays when you are buying new construction. Sometimes permits are really hard to pull, and so that can delay completion dates, and building and digging, everything can take a little bit longer than expected. So those are some things to consider if you are actually thinking of going towards the new construction route. It could be a little pricier than actually buying just a resale, and you also might be waiting a little bit longer for your home. However, this is kind of where people are starting to look just because we do have such low inventory. So it's up to you to kind of decide if new construction is right for you or not right for you. Hey, if you guys like this video, make sure you check out this one next.